Mr. Stivers, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank Chairman Benishek and Ranking Member Brownlee for including my bill, the Bipartisan Veteran Dog Training Therapy Act, in today's legislative hearing. As the committee members probably know, 22 veterans commit suicide every day. I know your committee, the ranking member just talked about her bill that she's working on female suicide. This is a deeply personal issue for me. I'm a colonel in the Ohio Army National Guard, served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and I've known people who have sadly taken their own lives. This epidemic requires immediate action. I appreciate what you're already doing, but I know there's more we can do. The tie between post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury and suicide is well documented, and I know you're taking steps to improve treatments for both those conditions. However, every individual is unique, and different people respond differently to different therapies. That's why I've introduced the Veterans Dog Training Therapy Act with my colleague, Tim Walls from Minnesota. Thank you for your work on this. I appreciate it. Our bill seeks to expand access to an alternative therapy that's proven effective, and it works for a lot of people. Anybody that owns a dog knows that when you're petting your dog, hanging out with your dog, you know, your emotions just kind of ease away. So essentially what our bill does is it creates 3 to 5 pilot programs in VA facilities around the country, and then that pilot would be studied for expansion if it works or elimination if it doesn't work. These veterans would essentially get a chance to help learn occupational skills while training a service dog, and on completion of the dog's training, that dog would then be given to a disabled veteran for future service. This is not a program we made from scratch. It emulates and copies a very successful model of a nonprofit called the Warrior Canine Connection, which is at several Department of Defense medical facilities and one VA facility already in Menlo Park. So it works, and it's a model that we know will work. That's why we decided to copy it. Veterans that are enrolled in this program have shown significant improvements, and I believe that this pilot would bear out the same results. And it's important to note that some of the wounded warriors who benefit from service dog therapy had not been responding to other treatments. So this is something that works when a lot of other things fail. Kaiser Permanente actually did some research on the effectiveness of service dogs in treating PTSD and traumatic brain injury related symptoms. The study has shown that veterans who own service dogs have fewer symptoms of PTSD and depression, better interpersonal relationships, and an overall improvement in mental health. Maybe we should get some service dogs in Congress. It should also be noted that Congress did direct a research study in the 2010 NDAA, which was signed into law in 2009, but that study won't be completed until 2019. There is already research out here that shows this works. We need to get this in the field as soon as possible. 22 suicides a day, almost 1 an hour. If we can do things to prevent it, we should not wait 10 years. So that's why Mr. Walls and I have introduced this bill. Again, this is not made up from scratch. It emulates the Warrior Canine Connection successful model and tries to emulate it and expand it for the future into VA facilities. I met one of the dogs from Warrior Canine Connection just last week, and you know, when she was in the office, everybody was calm. These service dogs just work. And so I know that this bill will make a difference. I know that the study won't be completed until 2019, but I implore you, don't wait on a study that we all know what it's going to say. And I am a little disappointed, I will say, in the VA study. They've been training these dogs as like guard dogs, and that's not what a service dog is. need to train them in being gentle and, very docile, and that's what Warrior Canine Connection has done. But again, this bill will help us as we try to address some of these people that have traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder that aren't responding to other therapies, and it will help keep their mental health in a better state. The results have been proven in this Kaiser Permanente study. I know my time is up, but I really appreciate you hearing my testimony today, and I hope you'll take this bill and help us get it done, because it's really important and it can really help save lives. Thank you so much. Again, I want to thank Tim Walls for his work on it. I want to thank the chairman and ranking member again for allowing me to be here, and I implore you to please take action on this bill. Thank you.